Hi there, and welcome back to the amazing collection unboxing. We're on the downhill slide now. I've got about 100 boxes to go through, and this is number 51. I chose a box this week that says 4 boxed Breyers, so let's find out which ones we have. It is indeed 4 boxed Breyers. They are in the kind of 80s, 90s era cardboard back, plastic front boxes. And as a collector, let me tell you, these boxes don't add value. So if you're going to keep the box for storage or whatever, that's fine. Do what this collector did and take them out of the zap straps. Those little zip ties that hold them in can damage the horse. So never ever leave them attached to the backing for a long period of time. So this one is helpfully labeled breakfast model. I'm reading backwards. It looks like special run 95 rawhide wild appy. I remember these guys. I don't think it was a breakfast model at the time. I want to say that they were called tour models. The first couple of years when they were doing little bits and stuff, I think they were breakfast models. It was when Breyer had a special event, and they would generally send around Peter Stone or one of the Breyer employees to do a signing party. So this is rawhide. He is a semi-rearing Mustang mold, and boy was he popular back when he was released. This is a great color. It's pretty complex for the time. Again, it was 95. Kind of reminiscent of that Appaloosa performance horse with the Appaloosa and the contrast between the solid on the front, the Appaloosa on the back. He's got some resist dappling on his front. Then he has brown and chestnut Appaloosa on the back. He has this one, there's a lot of variations on this model. This one has pretty much a belly band of really, really concentrated dappling that comes then out to the rest of him. He has the striped hooves, a little trifle greeny maybe in the color. Their browns at that era tended a little bit towards the greenish, but a really, really spectacular color for the era, very complicated for what they were doing at the time. And I know I had a bunch of these. There's collectors that have 5, 10 plus different variations where they're dark or they're light, or there's a lot of dappling or a little dappling or a lot of Appaloosa or a little Appaloosa. So he was very popular, and pulling him back out of the box, I remember how excited we were back in the day when he came out. So really, really cool model, and he's in pretty good condition. Next we have another boxed model, 1996 Amerigo. I remember this guy. This is another semi-rearing stallion, and he comes with a nice little piece of paper for me to read so I can tell you all about him. I think he was made by the Ginger horse, and he was kind of a series of horses that they did at the time. So this is Amerigo, exclusive edition Breyer model horse commemorating 5 centuries of America discovery. Blah, blah, blah. Limited to 1,500 pieces. This model was designed by Ginger Riles and produced exclusively for the Ginger horse. So she did several special runs at the time. I remember there was one before him. There was Grain, that was a really cool filigree decorator. So this guy, his pinto pattern is actually a map of America. So I think this is like the West Coast, comes down, the East Coast comes up into the, I think this is, if I remember correctly, the entire continent. Dun, dun, dun. Bears a map of the 50 United States. So this is Alaska, and this would be Hawaii. And so the pinto pattern on this side is most of the continent, and then up here is kind of the northern bits and pieces. So a very cool special run, and he was pretty popular at the time. I think it said on there 95, 96, somewhere in there, and 1,500 pieces. So 2 very popular special runs of their era. Next we have another semi-rearing Mustang. Oh, this guy's still zap strapped in his box. It's a dun Mustang, and I'm going to read, sorry, I'm going to turn it around. Number 413399 Mustang Stallion Special Edition Dun Mustang. So I have no memory of this horse, but the Breyer numbering convention can tell you a little bit about the horse. Those numbers that are like number 2 numbers or 3 numbers, number 23, number 101, those are generally the earliest regular run Breyer models. Then they'll go up into the 4 digits as they made more and more. Any of them that have these 6-digit numbers were generally special runs, and generally the last 2 numbers will be the year that they were issued. So this guy, his last numbers are 99, so he was probably issued in 99. So Rawhide was 702495, so that tells me his special run, he was issued in 95. So that's all I really know about this model. He could have been Toys R Us, he could have been one of the Sears or Penny's Wish Book models, but he was a special run from 1999 on the semi-rearing stallion mold. There you go. And our last horse, this is the Action Drafters Big and Small Gift Set number 3175. So this is a later, I'll see if I can read backwards, Action Drafters set. No, that's all I can get. 7135. I don't know what the rest of the numbers mean. I think this was a regular run. I'm going to open it so I can show you something. So I think this was a regular run, probably from the same era as these guys, mid-90s. So this collector left them zap strapped in. However, they put this little piece of bubble wrap because whenever you have a set, these 2 horses can knock against each other and rub them up. So this little bit at least kept them from rubbing each other. It's the original Frisian mold, sculpted I think by Jeannie Mellon Herrick, and then the Action Drafter little bit. And like I said, I think this was a special run or a regular run set from the mid-90s. So they were probably issued for a year or 2. Nice colors, popular molds, so this was a pretty cool box. That's pretty much all I have to say. So join me next week and we'll see what I open up next week. Thank you.